folks, I do hope you're well. Right, showbiz news for today, Thursday. Is it the 13th? Yes, it is the 13th. I think the talk of social media today will be that interview earlier today on Loose Women. Was it Jaye? Jaye Griffiths, it was. I wrote it down. She's the lady that's playing the baddie in Emmerdale at the moment. A real baddie she is as well. Tell you what, in real life, she's nothing like that, so she must be a cracking actress. But, unfortunately for Jaye, she's lived with a baddie for about 5 years. An earlier partner. She's now married and happily married, but she lived with a really abusive, coercive partner. She said it was just horrendous. The time with him was shocking. Everything she did was wrong. Everything she did she had to ask permission for, and anything at all, and no matter how small it may have been, that she made a decision on herself, he threw it back in her face. She said, I'm with a new partner now, married, been married for a good few years, and very, very happy. She said, but my partner's had to realise that he's got to treat me differently than he would a normal woman. She said, what thing, I wrote them down, he can't come up quietly behind me, he can't touch me neck in any way, shape or form, and he can't slam a door in the house. She said, I know it sounds bad, but she said, my ex-partner had come up behind me unknowingly, she said anything could happen to me, he'd grab me round the throat and so on and so forth, and she said it was just horrendous. She said, and the door slamming. She said, I'm just frightened of everything. I'm still like a cat on a hot tin roof. Hard to believe years and years after she left the abusive partner, but that's how she's still feeling. But the good news is she's very, very happy with the current beau, which is nice to hear. Nice to hear. Eamonn Holmes, he's been complaining about HMRC, the taxman. He said he's a baddie, a real baddie. He feels the taxman has robbed him. The taxman said he's owed a lot of tax, and thus far, Eamonn is saying, I've lost an house in Belfast that I had, I've lost my holiday home in Portugal, and I still owe $250,000. They still have to $250,000. I was thinking to myself, maybe, just maybe, if you'd have paid your tax as and when you earn your money, you might never have had that house in Belfast and the holiday home in Portugal, you know, and the house that you shared with Ruth might not be been quite as grand. But you might be up to date now and you might not have to be worried about settling tax bills. Pay it as you earn it and you'd have been okay. I think Eamonn was one of them many that try to look for loopholes to pay less and less and less tax. And I think it's come and bit him on the ARSE in the end. But he's complaining bitterly. No, Eamonn, you've got to pay your taxes. We all do. Sharon Osbourne, they've just done a new podcast, The Osbournes there, and she's let out over the last couple of days that she had, after OZZY died, she got a wonderful voice note off Donald Trump, a really, really nice, heartfelt voice note. He never publicised it anywhere. He never did it for any reason other than just to comfort the family, and never asked anything in reply. She said, whatever you think about him and about his politics, I thought it was a wonderful gesture. And at the same time, she said she had a written note off the King. That's it. King Charles. Prince as was when he first met OZZY many, many years ago. But King Charles, he sent a hand-delivered note. And she thought they were both wonderful, wonderful gestures. And lastly, well, it's not really news, to be honest with you. I'm just watching now. Many of you may have done yourselves. The Hack. The Hack, that's the story behind the News of the World scandal, where they hacked many, many people in the public's eye. You know, they were hacking TV personalities, sports personalities, politicians, the whole shooting match. I'm enjoying it. I think it's really great. It's one of them only 2 or 3 shows I've ever seen where virtually every single person in it, and there must be about 40, 50, 60 people up to now showing their faces. I've still got 2 episodes to go. You know them. Absolutely everybody is well known. Everybody must have wanted to be in it. It's unbelievable. Wherever you turn, you think, oh my God, there's another star. There's another star. There's another star. It's unbelievable. Anyway, they call it The Hack. I think if they'd have been struggling for a title, now obviously they were hacking phones, so I understand where we got the title from, but they could have called it The Wigs. Have you ever seen so many bad wigs in your life? And I mean in your life. I'm enjoying the show, but I'm distracted by some of the earpieces. They look absolutely atrocious, man. And I mean absolutely atrocious. It's not just the fact that they're giving people that we know very well different hairstyles, but they look cheap and oversized. They just look awful, man. Have you seen them? The wigs in it. I'll tell you what. I'm trying to watch what they're saying, but I'm distracted because I'm looking at the earpieces rather than the lips moving. Anyway, on that note, I'll love you and leave you. I've not got much more to tell you, but if there's anything tomorrow, I will be back. I don't know why I said it like that.